So, okay, this is part 2 of the Excalibur special occasional video, which I intended to do because, get this, um, today, or maybe it's over, but like a day today or yesterday, about 33 years ago, um, on April, I think it was 11th, according to the data, this movie made its debut on theaters. It got like a mixed review. Some folks thought it was too long. It's beat didn't meet the expectations of the audiences, all that sort of thing. But it's still a very epic classic, the very best version of the Arthurian legends. Get this data, this curious data. John Borman definitely didn't went with the rigorous thing and historical thing. He decided to adapt a book by someone and turn it into a movie. It has all that. It has all the things. I want that piece. I want you to hear that piece as the background. So get this, folks. There's interesting tidbits about Excalibur, but I think those were it, man. Some of the interesting bits about this movie are that it's a beautifully well shot movie. I mean, right now it's not much of a merit for if you can compare this with King Arthur Legend of the Sword by Guy Ritchie, one with Keira Knightley and Ian Gruffudd. I think it's called King Arthur as well. And there are a whole bunch of King Arthur movies and series. This is the best one, man. This is the best version of all of this. The acting is just spot on. It's excellent. It has all of the mythos. It has Excalibur. It's beautifully well shot. I mean, the team with Excalibur. The thing about the basic human things like friendship, treason, and wanting something so much that, well, you destroy even the things you most love. It has a lot of incest. It's a very incestuous movie from the beginning to the end. It has the irony that what made King Arthur, what brought King Arthur to this world, how he was born, how he was conceived, ironically, is his undoing. It's what it's going to haunt him. It's going to destroy him. It has that kind of thing, that kind of thematic. It has the yin and yang. You can say life and death, the old religion and the new religion. It has the Christianity in it because Merlin accepts and embraces that his time has come, his time has ended. It is time to him to pass on to another sorcerer, perhaps, to try to keep this legend, keep his teachings. But it doesn't go well for him because his apprentice is, well, intends something else. She intends something else with it. A little curious thing, folks, about Excalibur. Remember Batman vs. Superman by Zack Snyder? Well, if you really paid attention at the beginning with the Waynes leaving the theater, they leave the theater as they just saw this movie exactly, Excalibur. The Waynes had just seen Excalibur by John Borman, and that was a Zack Snyder Easter egg. Because if you didn't know this, in Batman vs. Superman, there's this thing very similar. There's something green, which the characters really want. I mean, needily want a lot. It has characters wanted. It has certain things very very, very alike and similar like this. Así que Excalibur es muy buena. Tiene el mitos de la espada, tiene la ambición, la cuestión de la ambición, de la codicia, de la traición, la amistad, la ironía de la construcción y la destrucción, que es lo mismo que concibe al rey Arturo, es lo mismo que lo destruye. Tiene ese encantamiento que me encanta, por cierto, por Merlín. Lo mismo que crea, destruye al personaje central en que se enfoca, que es el rey Arturo. Tiene actuaciones bien curiosas, tiene estas cuestiones muy interesantes, pero básicamente las cuestiones humanas más básicas, como ya les dije, tiene amistad, tiene traición, tiene amor, tiene construcción, destrucción, tiene la cuestión de las religiones viejas que se van y las nuevas que vienen. Es muy, muy elemental la película en ese modo. No es muy difícil de entender, pero es muy larga y sí hay que tenerle paciencia. Yo la padecí de chico y ahora pues que soy grande entiendo más la cuestión de esta psicológicamente, de cierto modo, de los personajes y la cuestión mitológica. Merlín es de veras es mi mero. De hecho, Star Wars toma mucho de la leyenda arturiana para el episodio 4 y el episodio 1. Presten mucha atención y muy curiosamente Liam Neeson sale en Star Wars y en Excalibur y sí tienen referencia de Excalibur. Hay una manera en la cual Excalibur y Star Wars están conectados en el episodio 4 y 1. En cómo surge este joven con mucha esperanza, queriendo salir a la aventura, de surgir, ir a aventuras más grandes, ir tras causas más grandes e importantes que él mismo. So this is very good, interesting thing I remember just now. But Excalibur and Star Wars Episode 4 and 1 have some kind of very similar thematic thing about young people, young kids, an old wise man with the kind of promising thing with magic, teaching him magic, and I don't know, making him become someone special in this world or in the universe. It has that same kind of thing. And I think even Sir Alec Guinness kind of reminds you of Nicole Williamson. Speaking of Nicole Williamson and Helen Mirren, who play Morgana Le Fay and Merlin the Sorcerer, were chosen because the two of them they didn't get along at all for 7 years for some reason because of something that happened between them in another movie. And John Boorman knew that and he decided to cast these two people because of that dispute and that tension between them. So he hoped that it would reflect in the movie. Así que hay un dato curioso más rápido, y es que John Boorman escogió a Helen Mirren, que él hace el Morgana Le Fay, la